this is Rick with AmazingAccuracy.com, and today is March 7th, 2023. It's currently 8:23 p.m. Chicago time. Okay, well, what a day. The market moved down like crazy because, I don't know, Jerome Powell forgot to bring his lunch to Congress before he testified. Whatever the case may be, it was quite the move. If you've watched my previous video, you know that we are in anticipation of 3.8. Now, I have to tell you that when I calculated 3.8, and I'm going to show you all the different calculations and everything so you can see where I got the information from, I could assure you it had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Jerome Powell was going to give his testimony or whatever, because I had no idea he was going to do that. But then again, you know, it's as easy for someone on YouTube to say that and be the opposite. But so I'm going to show you why I was looking at 3.8 and why tomorrow I believe is going to be an important day. Now, if you didn't watch my previous video, I highly recommend you do so. I'll, put a one of those little cards or something. I guess would be right up there, right? That way, that way. I'm chopping myself up here. Only have so much viewing area here, and then the covers up the chart. Anyway, let me get right into this. Here you can see that we've got the SP 500 Mini showing here, and my notes are on the chart here. They're always on the chart because I'm absent-minded. And you can see where it says 3.8 with an asterisk here. This was here days ago, many days ago. Excuse me. You can see that I have dates that are yet to come, even all the way out to April 7th being a 42-day cycle period there and all that. But what I want to point out here is that when prices were moving higher, I personally am looking for tops. And the reason why is because I am strongly bear biased in the S&P 500. I'm going to admit it, folks. I am very bearish the S&P 500. I have been for going weeks and months back. And the thing is we've had this run up here from December 22, 2022, all the way up to February 3rd, where it made the top here. And I'm saying, you know what? This moving up thing is crazy. It's going against the grain. All the other, I mean, there are reports, there are indicators, there are lots of information that you can get on Fred and other websites that shows that the liquidity is just not there. This market, is pumping up. There's talk about zero DTE options, which I don't have a firm grasp as to what in the world they're talking about with those zero DTEs. I've done them a few times, and personally, I don't find them worth doing. I'd rather buy a lot of time and then still have something left over there in case it goes against me. Anyway, I'm going to try not to overlap too much of what I said in the previous video, but today's the day before 3.8. I wanted to jump in here because we have made a swing top off of 3.6. Prices just really went down hard today for 3.7. And since I have alerted you all that watched my previous video to be watching for 3.8, especially because it's a 3.8 dollar sign day. I'll explain a little more of that later. But you can see there's a little asterisk there. There's one down here for 3.21. That's an asterisk day. These are the days I really pay attention to because it's like my F dates with cycle analysis and other indications just all coming together at one time, slapping me upside the face and saying, hey, something is likely going to happen, which is a little more likely than usual. All right. So when prices are moving down in this case instead of up, I was hoping that it would be an up scenario so I can load up on some S&P puts because I prefer puts for the S&P. Prices are going down here for 3.7, so that means we're going to be looking for a swing bottom for this particular cycle turn date. And what I would like to do is see it go lower tomorrow prior to him coming out and giving whatever his testimony is. And then hopefully if it's already hits some kind of support prior to his testimony, this might be a good play for me to, put in some call options on the SPYs and see what we can do with it. Again, that's going against the grain for me personally because I am overall market bearish, right? But I may have to, maybe I'll just let it go until it hits around the 313, 314 time period. I'll get to that too. All right. So prices are moving down. So I'm looking for, at this case now, that 3.8 is likely going to be making a swing bottom. Okay. And remember, it could happen a day early, a day late. I don't think the day late part's coming in. But 3.7, we could already have the swing bottom low here, and all we need is for prices to shoot up to confirm this. It has to go above the high of the day to confirm this as a swing bottom if that low holds. But I don't know if that's going to hold. Let me show you another chart here. Let's go to my other monitor here. Okay, there we go. All right, so on the trading view chart here, this is also on the March mini here, S&P. And here's your 3.7. Here's the drop there. You can see that 3.8 is already starting to do its thing in pre-hour trading. And I don't see any indication of being oversold, so that means we still could easily see a drop here. We got ourselves this, wedge looking deal here. We got support here. We got resistance here, and we're coming towards an apex here. And if you'll see, it could easily just drop down and find itself support here before it moves up to the 313, 314 time period. But anyway, going back to this chart here, let me show you all the evidences that I have, okay, so that you have everything to work with. First off, let's look at seasonals. All right, here is the seasonal data report for the ES Mini S&P 500. This is on the futures, but obviously the SPY, the SPX, all that follows suit. So I'll trade my options on the SPY, but I'm going to time it with the futures. Hope that makes sense to you all. All right. As you can see here, we have, you can see that around 3.3, you can see we had this 2 red periods, and 3.8 goes into this blue period. So clearly, it's telling me, hey, we got a seasonal turn deal going on here, which we did, which is that bottom that happened, let's see, right there, right? 3.2, okay, there we go. So we had this happening here. It says 3.1, and it made a new high on 3.2. Yes, it did, outside bar, but yet it made a swing bottom for this one here. Then 3.3 was one early of 3.6. That made the top there. And then we have 3.8 that happens next. This is all seasonal stuff, and you kind of have to, line them up. Okay, so in this case, 3.1 lines up with 3.2, 3.3 lines up with 3.6. And I'm thinking 3.8 is just going to be on the money because I have other indications, which I'll show you, that just makes it more likely. But 3.7 could be it. It could be it, right? And note also 3.8, 3.9, going up to about 3.13. Notice they're blue. They're indicating bullish seasonally, whereas 3.6, 3.7 is bearish, which we can see that clearly. 3.6, 3.7 bearish. So right now we're lined up with the seasonal tendency. It will invert sometimes, so you can't always go by the red and the blue. But if it lines up, you can always, as valuable information, look at the change from one color to the next. That's telling me, hey, something's happening here. Uh, something's happening here. You see, this is where you get these color changes. Something happened here, okay, and so forth. Now, so remember this. Okay, we have our 3738 period here, and then look right here. Now, it's only one day, but we're going to have something happening around this time period here, most likely. Everything is probability, folks. Probability. All right, next. Let me bring up my Snagit here because I took some clips. I didn't want to show my whole application because it gives weeks, days, several days or weeks into the future. And that information is really privy to my members. It wouldn't be fair to them that I just give everything away on YouTube. But I'm going to give you guys samples, you might say. I'm going to give you what's coming up next, one or two, and one market. And I think that's acceptable. I don't think they'll lynch me for that. Okay, good bunch of people in the membership, so I'm sure I'm safe. But anyway, in respect to those paying members there, I don't want to show the whole thing with the whole list of dates and everything. But I'm showing you this. This is an application that I use. It's not for sale or anything like that. It's called the High Octane Trading Dates. And while it gives a whole list of future turn dates, it's the ones with the asterisk that you pay attention to with this particular application. And if you'll notice, 3.8 was the next one here with an asterisk. Now you already know because you looked at my chart that I had a note for 321. So I guess I could have showed the whole thing because 321 is down here a little lower. But anyway, what can I say? And interestingly, in the last video, I said just ignore 313, but it just so happens that we just saw that something's going to happen around 313 anyway. So, but again, I just want to point out that app, we only pay attention to the dates that come up with an asterisk, and then on the F date report, I put the date with an asterisk, and then I put a dollar sign in the grid, a little weekly grid on whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the upcoming trading week. All right, now let me show you some more information here. Here's another special application that I have. Again, this one's not for sale either. These are all applications that I use to produce my weekly update report. Now you'll notice here that we had some kind of indication for the 3-3 time period, and then we have this area here for 3-7. Well, we already know that we've got something here for 3-6, and we know we most likely will get it for 3-8. So 3-7, there it is, and then here's 3-2. That was the bottom there, and that application said 3-3. So again, both cases here, it looks like it was right between the turns. So use that as you will, but anyway. And I find also interesting, you're going to see this 310 show up later. And at this time, I don't know what to make of it. So we'll just ignore that for now. But notice this other red one over here. Well, there's that 314 again. So we have from here to over here. Remember that. Write it down. Do something with it. Okay. Now, here is another application. Actually, it's just a snippet of that application because it's really this big, and it has a lot of weekly turns and everything else on there. But I just wanted to shave off just these few that showed up here, these daily turn dates. Now, I want you to take a look here. Notice it says current date is February 28th. that means that this only loaded data up until February 28th. So this is not hindsight. This is not loading up data and for the computer to go, well, there's a 3.2 obviously made this bottom and it puts it there. No. As far as this application is concerned, these dates have not occurred yet because the data only goes up to February 28th. And I want you to note here, we have 3.2, 3.8, 3.14. It just keeps popping up over and over and over again. So again, we come over here, we have 3.2 is that bottom, right? We're expecting 3.8 at this point now to be a bottom itself because of this big drop we've already got for 3.7. So we know that we've got ourselves a potential bottom here. It could be the 3.7 low, it could be the 3.8 low. Not likely a 3.9, but you know, you never know in this world, right? It could happen. It could happen. Maybe that's where the 3.10 thing comes in. I don't know. You know, I'm only human, guys. Only human. I have to try to interpret these tools that I have. All right. So remember that. When again, 3.8, 3.14 is what's important to us now. 3.2 is just to build your faith in this information that I'm providing you. All right. Now, what else do I have for you in that? Let's bring up. Okay, we have our these are our Geo. These are Geo waves. These red bars that show up here is a Geo Wave Calculation, coupled with I'm not quite sure how to. This is more mathematical. This is seasonal, and this is a mixture of cycles and everything else together. But anyway, let's look at these red bars, specifically, you know, these ones right here that I'm showing. And you'll see here that we have 3.6, 3.8. Then it shows 3.10. I'm not thrilled that there's no supporting evidence here for 3.10. That's why I'm wishy-washy about it. And if we go back to the seasonal here, I don't see anything here. There's nothing here. It's not a, it was a 50-50. That means 9 years out of 18 it was bullish, 9 years out of 18 it was bearish. It's just kind of a neutral day. And down here specifically, I don't see anything that would show it to be a peak or valley like you see with 3.8 here. And I don't always have to look for this if I have a change in color here. So in other words, this change in color means I don't care if any of these are a peak or not. Same with over here. Okay, this one did have a peak, but all I care about is a change in color. If it's missing this, I don't care if it has a change of color. But here, I can't call that a change of color because it's just 50-50. So watch 3.10. I know there's some kind of a report coming out. 3.10 is last I heard. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look it up, and I don't really care. I'm not really into reports, but maybe something will happen. I don't know. You have the information now watching this video. So anyway, but I'm saying basically the analysis I did on the cycles that a turn from 3.8 will likely continue to the 3.14 area. So I'm looking at 3.8 to 3.14. That's what I'm looking for, 3.8 to 3.14. If 3.8 is the bottom, I expect prices to rise until 3.14. If 3.8 were to be a top, which I was hoping it would be, but I did say in the other video that it all depends on what prices do as it goes into 3.8. Then if it had made a top, I would look for 3.14 to be a bottom. Okay? Close. Now I know that I'm going to get a couple of people again saying, oh, this guy rambles too much. I'm sorry, but I have to get this information out the best way I know how, and that is I talk about the things that I see and know and believe in, whatever. Okay? Let me enjoy myself, will you? What's the matter? Anyway, so you got it right here, 3.8, right? Do what you want with 3.10. Personally, myself, I'm looking 3.8 And then over here it says 315. All right. 3.6, 3.8, 3.15. And again, we saw 3.6. We're looking for 3.8. And then go up here to, you can see I have it written up here, 3.14, 3.15, 3.14. So those are the cycles there. All right, and let's see what else I have here. Okay, what I did here is I applied 45-degree Gann squares. And it's just square timer stuff. And it draws these squares here based on a 45 degrees down move from the 3.6 top. Take a look at where the low of today occurred. Yeah, let me show you that. I don't have anything else down here to show you, so we can go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and bring up 45-degree squares. You can do this with the Provisions charting software. Plot these squares, and look at that. It nailed it right there on the kisser. I think I have a zoom on this thing, don't I? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. See that? All right, now get rid of it. Okay, good. Hit the Z key. You hit the Z key with the software, and it zoom, magnifies. Tomorrow, it would be nice if we end up seeing prices move lower, either during pre-hour trading right now or before Powell testifies at 10 a.m. I'm assuming that's 10 a.m. Eastern, but look it up. I don't know for sure. Probably is. I'd like to see lower prices so that it would make 3.8 a bottom right on the nose, because I love when the forecast is like right on, but I give it, a one price bar off, plus or minus, just in case. But anyway, 3.8 is supposed to be a big probability that it will happen. So if you'll notice these descending lines right here, these also serve as support and resistance. So if we saw like prices just move down a little bit to right here, and it holds, and then prices start shooting up, and after it hits here, it goes above this, ascending right here, then maybe that would be a great place for me to go put on some SPY calls and take a risk on it. I'll be watching this intraday, so I'll make decisions at that time. Or if it goes crazy, and let's just say he says something and it just does another really hard down day, well, we have this upward trend line right here. We can be hitting that as support. So there's your support level again. You have support level way down here, which is, if I was to read that to you, it looks like around 38.90, way down here. And then 90-degree move down, a complete 90 move down will bring you to about 38.82. Okay, so these are really handy to find support resistance. Sometimes I'll just do it from the other end, from the bottom that it came off of here. And nothing qualifies that bottom because it made a top here. There's nothing here. It didn't hit any resistance based on this. And today's support didn't do anything. So that was useless, right? Okay. Now notice 3.6 hit here, but I can move these squares all over the place, and eventually it's going to find resistance. So that you don't want to do that with this tool. But anyway, today was perfect. That was really good for a one-day move down. 45 degrees right on the nose. Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, and if we look at the weekly, before I close out this very long rambling video here, okay, we can see that 3.3, okay, 3.3 is that low right here. This weekly low confirmed when we made that top so far in 3.6, and it confirmed as a swing bottom. And as you can see, based on my notes here, that we were expecting a weekly swing for 3-3. And you can see the red diamond down here. Okay, look at the date over here. Let's see. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see. There it is. You see that? You see that right next to me? Let's see if I can. It's right there. Look right here. Okay, and I'm going to put this right on that red diamond. See the date? It says 3/3/2023, and so the weekly F date was right on time. We hit it. Yay! Prices moved up. We have another one coming up here that's due for 3/17, and it can happen one bar early, one bar late, but you know, overall it's supposed to be 3/17. Well, guess what week 3/14 falls on? Falls on week ending 3/17, right on a weekly chart. So that's what I want to look for. If we get that swing bottom on 3/8, and right here 3/8, we get a swing bottom. Jerome says something, everybody thinks it's good news. It's not good news, but they think it's good news. And let's say prices go ahead and move up, and it moves up into 3/14, which I got showing right here, 3/14. Okay, that could be a very important top, because on the weekly basis, we're expecting a weekly swing top for week ending 3/17, as you just saw by the little red diamond right there. And then you're looking at that date right there. Okay, so see, 3/17. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, that's all I have for you. I hope I showed you enough information here to give you some confidence that if we see prices move perhaps a little bit lower below this low here, it's going or a lot or whatever, that we should see prices then rise up until 3/14, 3/8 to 3/14. And right now it just might move below during pre-trading, pre-market hours. Hey, one could hope. All right, well, hey, thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, click the notification bell, so that way you'll be notified of my videos when I upload them. And I always appreciate a like, please. That really helps bring attention to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.